Brr, 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 brr. It's YouTube. I can't make it sound right anymore.
Yeah, really not close.
Yeah, not at all. Because today, we're not going to talk a lot about sports because, like, we're both doing pretty bad in the whole, brackets right now, as far as I remember.
Yeah. I can talk about the tennis cards I opened today.
Oh yeah, let's hear that.
I pulled 5 autographs,
Ooh,
and then I
how many packs
pulled
did you have? Like 80 packs.
no, I don't know.
Oh, okay,
And then I pulled a $150 card that wasn't an autograph.
nice.
Yeah. So pretty stoked about all that.
You can get it graded.
Probably. I mean, it's
Nice.
like it's like 150 raw, so
Yeah.
yeah, pretty stoked.
Hell yeah, man, that's pretty awesome. So, did you speaking of $150, have you seen how much the tickets are for Bill Murray? Because I did the other day and I was looking, I was
No.
like, I don't know if Jake will want to do this anymore.
Oh no, what is
It's
it?
like $140.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That can't be right.
That's what Ticketmaster says, bud.
That can't be right. Where are they playing the pageant?
Yeah.
Keep talking.
But so like if you decide that you don't want to, I'm gonna tell you how they open up the concerts because I follow Bill Murray and I like enough of their stuff, so my algorithm's like, hey, you'll want to see this. But if you're like, nah, we'll still fucking go, then I'll be like, first, why are you talking like that? And second, I'm gonna leave it as a surprise for you. But yeah,
No, dude. Yeah, I no.
yeah, I figured. So the way it opens, the concert opens. Gabby, the saxophonist of the band, she's also in her own band called Inrose. Pretty fun. Does like it's just her on the stage. The lights are hitting her, and the fog machine's going up behind her, and she's doing the Halo opening song to all saxified. I'm
Nice.
like Jake would have loved that.
Yeah,
Too bad he's not doing that.
it's just why.
Dude, they're fucking hot right now. So,
I think that's asinine,
yeah,
personally.
yeah, yeah. I
Who
mean,
cares if you're hot right now? It shouldn't be that way.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people in the band. They gotta pay, got mouths to feed, bud.
Well, I ain't feeding them.
All right, so I had a story and then I have a question because we talked about you being in a hot tub with two beefy guys and two babes last week. So, which do you want, the hot tub question or the
What?
story? Because we were talking about your birthday party and you were like,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
like
Okay.
hot tub party with Thor and Hercules.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. I got you.
So, would you want my hot tub question? It's more of a joke that I have like a prepared answer for, or my real time story.
I guess let's get the dumbass question out of the way.
So, if you and me are in a hot tub, a couple of beefy boys, if I say so myself, let us know below. We beefy boys?
It's not the
Answer,
right way,
answer,
unfortunately.
yes. So, two beefcakes in the hot tub. Who would you want comic book related? Be in that hot tub to, make our beef stew going.
What does that mean?
Just get that beef stew going because we got the beef. What else do we need? And make this beef stew a thing.
I don't know how weird you're trying to be right now with this.
I mean, honestly, it's like one offensive joke. That's all I'm gonna go with this.
Does it have to be?
I mean, mine is you can do whatever you want.
Oh gosh, just I don't know, man. I don't
See,
know.
for to me, we need Professor X and Oracle Barbara because beef stew needs some vegetables.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
well, wasn't sure where that was going.
yeah. But just I was just thinking about it. I'm like, this will be fun to say. So the other day, it would have been sad Sunday. one of the days, one of the days of the week that ends with day. I think it was Saturday. I go to the gym and I get some cardio in. I get some hoops shot. I do really fucking terrible. And then I'm like, my mother texts me and she's like, Brother Nicholas will be in town if you want to come visit. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do that. So I hop in my jalopy. I'm start going. I'm about to head home. I'm like, you know what? I could use some bacon with uh with my breakfast because I haven't had breakfast yet. I went, fasted cardio. So I'm like, and I turned around and I went to Kroger. As I'm at Kroger, I walked past the A&W root beer. I'm like, don't mind if I do. And I took some of that, and I walk to the bacon fridge, and I open it up, and this older black gentleman, he's wearing like matching shirt and pants with a matching like newsy cap. He's like, "You work out?" I'm like, "Yes." I'm like, I just got done at the gym. I just did cardio. I normally lift weights during the week, and he's like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "I need to start lifting weights." Like, I was pre-diabetic and all this. And my doctor doesn't even know what the heck happened because like I'm not. It's kind of gone away now. He's like, because my job, I walk all the time. I'm like, oh yeah, it can do that. The fridge is open. I'm like trying to look and figure out which bacon I want, and he's like, yeah. I mean, people are so depressed these days because they're just sitting at home. He's like, first, like, it's good that you work out. That's what he said to me first. Like, it's good that you work out because like people your age. I'm like, he thinks I'm young, and it's like, like people your age, they just sit around at home and they get depressed and they have all this shit. I'm like, yeah, yeah. I'm like, you're right, man. Like, working out does help your brain chemistry. I agree with that. And he's like, yeah. And they just sit and they look at their screens and they don't do anything and they wonder why they're depressed. I'm like, yeah, I agree, dude. And I'm like, and plus your diet helps. Like, yeah, exactly. And he's like, and then so I'm like, okay, this is kind of normal. It's just an old lonely guy. And he's like, and then he starts telling me about like psychology and like it's like heartbreak. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah. He's like, because like when things like these things can affect you real. Like if you break your heart, that's like one step below losing a loved one. That's what Freud said. Freud's a smart guy. I'm like, he was, and he's like, yeah, like my he's like, I heard this knock on my door today. I thought it was my wife's brother, and he always comes past wanting money. I'm like, he cannot have money today. It's too early for me to give him money, so I'm just gonna stay pretend to be asleep. But then turned out it was my wife's son, and he was over there crying. He had cheated on his girlfriend a couple of weeks ago, or like a couple weeks ago, and then he found out after he gave her an Apple Watch that she was going to the hotel cheating with someone herself. I'm like, that's crazy. He's like, yeah, and he's over here crying and shit. And I'm like, well, you can't enter in a relationship with someone and give them your full heart. I'm like, you're right. I'm like, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, he didn't because he cheated on her, but what? Go off. And he's like, you can't just be giving them your whole heart because then you have nothing left. These kids don't get it. Like you can give them your all if you're married, but if you're just with them, you can't be doing that. I'm like, yeah, it makes sense, man. And then I don't know how we got in onto this subject, but then he started telling me about how the occult runs everything in our government. And he's like,
Oh,
and then he's like,
hard
look at
left
the,
turn.
yeah. I mean, like he was like, there was other stuff in between this. Like this is the 30-minute conversation with me, like trying just to get bacon.
Door open the whole time?
No, no. Like after a while, because there's other people wanting stuff from there, I had to close the door and like back off. But then he's like, yeah, I just want, because I want to show you this. And he like pulls out his, not a wallet, because he's like, my wallet's broken. He pulls out this Dollar General bag. It's just got dollar bills in it. He's like, he pulls one up. Look at this. What's on the back of here? I'm like, oh, that's the pyramid. And he's like, yeah. So tell me, why does our United States of America government have a pyramid on the back? A pyramid from Egypt, from Africa. And I'm like, I don't know, man. It's crazy. Like I do know because like I'm a conspiracy theory guy. It's got to do with the Masons and shit, but I don't want to get into that with him because I already know we've been 28 minutes into this at this point. And he's like, the occult. There's occult signs everywhere. Like look at Pepsi. look at this. And I'm like, preach, brother. And then he starts telling me, he's like, and then he's like, oh yeah, so he's like, I gotta go. And I'm like, yeah, okay, man. This is, this has been cool. And he's like, oh, one more thing. Like he's Columboing me now. He's like, one more thing. They always
We
bring up
must.
people bring up race all the time. I'm like, yeah, that's true, man. And he's like, but I'm not black. You're not white. We're mixes of everything. I've got white in me, you got black in me, and I was like, dude, I used to date a black girl. I was into black. You know what I mean, brother? And I didn't do
Oh,
that, sadly,
thank
but
God.
that would have been another 30 minutes. But he was like, hey, he's like, yeah. I mean, he's like, look at this. Like, look. He like showed me a hand. Like some parts not as black as others. Like, see, there's some white here, and look at you. He points at some of my freckles. Like, there's some black there. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, do you believe in God? I'm like, yeah, yeah, I do. And he's like, okay. So like when God made Adam, Adam was as black as it can be. He was the blackest black that you could ever see. It's like if you look at all of every race, they all have some black in them from some point. And then Eve, what color is her rib? I'm like, ribs are white. He's like, Eve was white.
Dude,
And then
this
like
is this is my personal hell.
I knew it would be. And he's telling me about this stuff, and I'm like, oh dude, that's crazy, man. It's like that, yeah. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, people tell me all the time I should write a book or I should do a podcast. I'm like, well, come on down, Two Worlds Podcast, brother.
This would be crazy if you're like, and here
And
he
he
is.
is. And so then, yeah, he's like, but I don't want to do that because the government finds out that I am saying this stuff, they'll take me away in one of their black helicopters. I'm like, well, you're right, brother.
Oh,
And so he's like, well, you had a good day. Thanks for talking to me. I'm like, hey, thanks for telling me, man. You have a good one. Don't know his name.
yep.
Know everything else in the world.
Best friend I ever
Yeah, best friend I
had.
ever got. I used to say that I had or in my say, I mean, I think in my head, I'm like, my best friend Decatur is this old guy that goes to the gym. We always cross paths and every day. We're like, what's up? I don't know his name, but now it's that guy.
It's gotta be that guy.
Yeah.
It's gotta be. Okay. Well, ready to.
Just wanted to
I'm glad you did.
share
Glad
my
you did.
experiences.
All right. Switching over to the other episode,
Yeah,
regular episode. It's the same episode. Oh, Big Thunder. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Two Worlds Podcast. I'm Jake, and with me, as always, is the Pittsburgh Penguins to my not getting swept in the playoffs. It's Casey. What's up, dude?
Nothing much, man. What's up with you? Nick had told me about a video that the Flyers had posted, and then and he was like, I don't want to send it to you because I didn't want to make you depressed. But then I ended up seeing it anyway, and it was the freak, chasing Penguins fans out of the arena. It's pretty
Oh,
funny.
yeah. What's his name? Gritty, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, the freak's their
I
baseball guy, isn't it? Or no, it's the fanatic.
uh for Philly, I don't know. No, for Philly,
Yeah,
yeah, the Philly Fanatic, that does make
I
sense.
think that's for baseball.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure this is true. At least I hope so, because I told my wife this was true.
Your wife?
But there's like a section you can buy tickets for where he will come and like bother you during the game.
I saw a video. I mean, I hope that's true because I saw a video of him just throwing popcorn at this little kid, and the
Yeah,
kid was crying.
I
Yeah.
saw that video too.
Yeah.
And the dad's just laughing.
Yeah. It's like, because if you don't laugh, he'll kill you.
Yeah, exactly. I saw another funny video speaking of mascots. Oh gosh, what team is it? Um, okay, the Montreal Expos. Uh, their their mascot was Youppi, which I
Hmm.
guess is like a term for like a Canadian or something like that. And Youppi just looked like a guy, but I guess during one game, he was wearing like one of those old timey like nightgowns and nightcaps and had like a pillow and blanket and just went and laid down on the other team's dugout, just laid there. And their team's coach lost his fucking shit and had Yuppie thrown out of the game.
That's hilarious.
And the guy in the Yuppie costume just kind of hung his head and was dragging his blanket behind him as he walked out.
That
So fucking funny.
is great.
Um, and then fun fact, one of the Muppets designers uh designed Yuppie,
Oh, wow.
which I think is pretty cool.
That is really cool.
Anyway, welcome to Sports Fun Facts Case.
Mascot Watch
Yeah,
2026.
yeah, mascot watch. Anyway, so yeah, uh, Penguins did win a game. They're playing game 5 right now. They're up 2-1 at home, so hopefully they can win this one too. Get a little momentum going. Get a little reverse sweep going.
Hell yeah, man.
So we'll see. Um, okay, we had a comment on Spotify last week.
Yeah.
Um, from our good pal Scott, because we did mention him.
Hmm.
You guys both went to the same con. He said Casey was absolutely right about Springfield's Comic Con. Wasn't overly impressed, but it's better than not going to a con. I hope they keep building it up. Goes on to say, I think Adria will play Maxima, ties into Brainiac well. And then he says that he is excited for the live action Phantom series and caps it off with saying that you guys are hilarious.
Fuck yeah, we are.
So thank you for the comment and that premium gas.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Um, all right, on to the news. I'll get the bummer news out of the way.
Yeah, let's do it.
Um, today, Jerry Conway died. So huge shame there. Just I don't know. We're at that point where every month we're losing a comic legend.
Yep.
For
It's no
those
fun.
uh, for those that don't know, just at Marvel, Jerry Conway co-created the Punisher, Tarantula, the Jackal, Vance Astrovic, Tombstone, Man Wolf, Man Thing, Ben Riley, Jack-O-Lantern, Werewolf by Night, and Carol Danvers. And then over at DC, he co-created Firestorm, Power Girl, Jason Todd, Vixen, Killer Croc, Killer Frost, Weasel, Commander Steel, and a few others. So, an insane resume.
Yeah, I really hope, I know he probably didn't, but I really hope he got some really good Marvel money from all of those creations because boy, howdy, he deserved it.
Yeah, absolutely. He probably didn't,
Yeah, more than likely didn't.
but he might have from DC since they're a
Yeah.
little bit better about that. I don't know how that works because like he also co-created Felicity Smoke, and I think Felicity Steel and then Firestorm were all in Legends of Tomorrow. So I don't know
Yeah,
how the TV stuff works, but hopefully he got some money from that.
I hope so too. All right. I got some different news. Some of it's more, more cool than others, so I'll try to do it in a better order. So I know this podcast is just full of fans of this, so like we gotta start with this. Gappa the Triphibian, the move from the movie Gappa. It's a monster movie. There it Titanic Creations is coming out with toys for it. So should be kind of neat. Matt Frank is going to do the box art for it, which, I'm not excited about. I'm also not that excited about Gappa, so kind of evens out. But yeah, I mean, there's going to be some people that are into it.
Hmm.
Titanic Creations also did a Gorgo and a Pulgasari and a Reptilicus toy line and all that. Still haven't done a Conga though, which I'm like, that's weird that you did a Gorgo and a Pulgasari, but not a Conga. But
Dude, I'm still bummed because the first time you'd asked me about that, uh, like 3 weeks prior, I had seen those comics, and then of
yeah,
course somebody had snatched them up before then. But I was so excited because I remember when I got that book in, I was like, "What the hell is this?"
yeah. And I mean, hey, you got me one of them, one
Did
of the
I?
Gorgos.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool, cool.
Okay, this was a weird bit of news that I saw today. Sony's hired Brian Helgeland to write the script for Django Zorro film. It's going to be based off the comic by Tarantino and Matt Wagner that came out. I don't know when it came out, but apparently they did a comic book together based off this, and it was kind of like when it was made. What I read online was it was Quentin Tarantino being like, "This could be a possible sequel to this movie," but since he's like, "I'm only doing this many movies," he didn't want to actually make it into a movie. So
I see.
Sony's wanting to make it. Um,
I feel like I knew about that comic a while back, but
yeah,
I definitely forgot about it.
yeah. We got a teaser trailer for Clayface. Did you watch it?
Hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, look pretty spooky. Looks like they're going heavy on the body horror.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, again, it's like I didn't ask for it, but I'll definitely watch it.
yeah. I thought it was a good teaser trailer.
Hmm.
I still think it's stupid that they're doing it, but I thought, unlike a lot of these teaser trailers where you're left like, what did it, and I didn't see anything. This was like, oh, this was good. We're actually seeing nothing but something at the same time. And then James Gunn also confirmed this movie takes place first chronologically in the DCU, so it's going to be before the Superman movie, even.
Okay.
And then speaking of things, James Gunn said he also said that, which we kind of already knew this. I think he already said it once before, but he confirmed the authority has been shelved. He just was like, we couldn't make the script work within what the DCU is turning into, so just got rid of it. He's like, maybe it'll happen someday, but not now. And everyone was like, oh well,
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. I sold a ton of the latest printing of the Authority comic,
hell yeah,
which I think is cool.
yeah,
Um, but when that was like the first announcement, it's just like, what?
yeah,
So,
right.
I mean, I'm not upset.
And then while we're talking about stuff that writers have said on internet, Scott Snyder has confirmed via X that the Batman Who Laughed is going to come back someday. That's basically someone was like, "Hey, is he ever going to come back?" And Scott was like, "Yeah." So we don't know when, we don't know where, but someday he'll be back, and
I
I'm not
mean,
looking forward to it.
anyone can say that,
Yeah,
you
but I mean,
know.
with Scott though, like it makes me think there's a good chance it'll be something involved in one of the new universes that's coming, or not universe, but the new fucking thing that they're doing because like you have because he's really involved with this whole like I mean he is the head of that other universe, the absolute universe, but then he's also like involved with the event books that's going on with Darkseid and all that shit. So like he probably has some knowledge of what's going on.
Hmm. For sure.
And speaking of the absolute universe, Pornsack talked about his absolute Green Arrow book. Maybe old Casey's gonna be reading that book.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was on a podcast, and I was like, and I didn't listen to the podcast. I'm just gonna, but someone gave bullet points, and this is some of the stuff he said about. Roy Harper makes his first appearance in the third issue of the book, and since he was talking with Oliver before he died, he is one of the main suspects. Pornsak also wanted the comic's name to be Absolute Green Arrow versus Black Canary, but the idea was vetoed. It sounds like which I didn't know this beforehand that Green Arrow is gonna be in the book, but not Ollie. So we don't know who he is because they're like, and then trying to figure out it's gonna be a whole mystery. And the characters are gonna be actually of who Green Arrow could be are gonna be characters throughout, and it's like trying to guess who the Green Arrow is gonna be fun. Canary is the protagonist though because she's so important to the Green Arrow mythology, and Star City is almost a character itself, and the society responds to the character's actions. So sounds neat. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, you kind of sold me on it more than what I thought it was going to be beforehand.
Fun. I'm very stoked for that book, and he's a great writer, so I think
He
it'll be
is.
cool.
And then lastly, we're getting some Godzilla news. I should have had the Absolute Universe one, but it flowed better, so that's why I did it that way. But but Toho's announced that they're gonna like they've already announced this a long time ago, but it started making the rounds again. That was a big deal, and this was like early on in our news week. We didn't have anything, so I was like, well, might as well talk about it. We're getting a new Godzilla universe coming from Toho, and the way it sounds too, it sounds kind of like it's gonna be more like the Millennium era and less the Heisei era. So yeah, we could get another minus zero, another minus verse movie, or they could be like some other guy comes in like, hey, I want to do a Godzilla movie where he's fucking a boxer, and they're
He's
like,
doing what to a
yeah,
boxer?
he's fucking a boxer. It's a love story, and
Wait,
they're
like
like,
a dog or the profession?
it's a dog professional boxer.
Okay.
It's kaiju verse. It's King Seesaw as a boxer dog, though, instead of a whatever type of dog.
Twitter's
Uh,
gonna have a heyday with that one.
they're gonna be so happy. But no, so it's like whatever they want, they'll just be like, Toto's like, ah, sounds good. Let's make it. Let's make some money. That's how it sounds. So it's like I don't think it's gonna. We're just gonna get more of the stuff. Or someone's like, I want to do a Mecha Godzilla movie. And they're like, okay, whatever. Here's money. Make it. Make us some more. And if then when it gets to the point where we're not making any, we'll just get rid of Godzilla again for 20 years. Like, okay. And then lastly, we're getting a new Godzilla comic. Godzilla Conquers the Multiverse. It's going to continue in Godzilla versus all that stuff. And I screenshotted what it's
But
about.
but but which publisher?
This is Marvel, so this continues the Marvel stuff. So it's Godzilla Conquers the Multiverse by Gary Duggan and Javier Garron. The next chapter in Godzilla's epic crossover saga with the Marvel Universe. It arrives in July. Infinite realities unleash infinite possibilities when Godzilla ascends to the Marvel multiverse, taking on bold new versions of both kaiju from the Tohoverse and heroes of the Marvel Universe in this five-issue epic. An unholy alliance between Knoll and Godzilla conquered the Marvel Universe, and now Doctor Doom, Spider-Man, Kang, Emma Frost, Ghost Rider, the Punisher, Man-Thing, and more stand on the edge of annihilation. What a weird group to choose.
Agreed.
When Doomstat rips across dimensions to capture a kaiju capable of stopping the king of the monsters, the team collide with mecha fiends, multiversal kaiju, and a deadly red skull in adamantium armor. But as the universe burns, an unexpected ally may hold the key to the survival. So there we go. Excited to check that stupid book out. It's gonna be fun.
I hope it's good.
Yeah. Let us know down below, guys, what stuff that we talked about that you're excited about and all that. You like the Clayface movie? You're like, oh, this face is made of clay, huh? Cool.
Oh, what is wrong with you?
I mean, like, where do we begin? That could be a whole podcast. But hey, bud, what'd you read this week?
Quite a bit, honestly.
You, me, both, girlfriend.
I read Headlopper, #1, Spider-Man, Superman, Infernal Hulk, #6, Corpse Knight, #1, Thunderhawks, #1, Superman 37, Brutal Dark, #3, Wolverine 19, Sonic the Hedgehog 86, Absolute Wonder Woman 19, and Moon Knight #3.
Ooh, I thought there was two books now. I was like, oh, maybe who read these ones, but I wasn't sure. So
Which ones? Maybe I did.
I'll get to it because I have them organized. I'll point at you. I'll be like, this one. Okay. You ready for the ready?
I'm on the edge of my
Amazing
seat.
Spider-Man 27, Death Spiral, Part 9 of 9. Not that one. Not that one. Hulk smashes everything, issue 5. No, not that one. Green Lantern All In, issue 34. No, not that one. Flash, issue 32. No, no, not that one. Legacy issue 832. Not that one. Death Fight Forever. Maybe. I was like, maybe he did, but I knew he was also getting tired of it. Issue 35. Justice League Unlimited. That was the other one. Issue 18.
I pulled that off the shelf, or when I put it on the shelf for the shop, I was like, oh yeah, I need to remember to pick this one up. I didn't.
I got you. Superman issue 17 with the Super Twink cover. I just gotta toss that out there. That's Wolverine issue 19. The Infernal Hulk issue 6.
with
Headlopper
the
issue.
with the opposite of a twink cover.
Which one? The Hulk?
No, Wolverine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the bear cover. Uh,
Yep.
and then Spider-Man, Superman 1.
So did I have one more?
I think we had the same amount, actually, brother.
Okay. All right. Mark Spector Moon Knight #3 by Jed McKay and Deb Malia Promenick. Um, it's good. It's just a big throwdown between Moon Knight and Bushman. And I mean it's pretty awesome, to be honest. Brutal, kind of gory fight. And then Zodiac lets Moon Knight out of the place that he was trapped in during that fight. And something weird is happening to the city of New York. Like some of the buildings are just like covered in shadow. So yeah, I don't know what's happening there, but I'm interested in it. And it was good. I'm gonna give it probably an 8.
Nice, man. All right. Amazing Spider-Man. Ugh, nearly fucking dropped it. Issue 27, 9 of 9 with the Death Spiral. So Carnage Spider-Man's, taking over. He's fighting Spiral and all that stuff. And then it's very much like he's making Peter be, he's took over Peter completely. And so Venom's and Anti-Venom are trying to stop him, and then they blast him. Eddie blasts him with the little shocker stuff, and then Spider-Man is like, gotta use the power of hope and friendship and love. And then Carnage is like, ah, gross, and tries to get away. Anti-Venom stops him, and then then Mary Jane Venom beats up Spiral, and then Spiral's like, I'm gonna when I get out of jail, I'm gonna kill the old biddies, and there's nothing you can do about it. Haha, idiot. Well, you're holding me over a building, huh? Hope nothing happens to me. And then Mary Jane's is like, slipped, and then dropped him, and he fucking died. And like Peter and Flash are like, hey, did you mean to do that? She's like, nah, he fell. I'm like, okay. And then it's
Take your
like,
word for it.
yeah, then Carnage is like, turns out Carnage isn't dead. He's a little fucking cockroach, and he's killing rats. And then
Give me the mini series of that
just him killing rats.
as a cockroach.
Hell yeah. And then it ends with this guy driving in the Hudson Valley, and there's something about like flashback to like Spider-Man talking to Carnage Spiral about a first cousin, and the guy's like, Ziri, call Elaine, and he's like, so do me a favor, set up a doctor's appointment. He's like, I got found out some interesting information about my relatives. Tell her I want to do a genetic screening. And it's like, boy, I wonder who that fucker is because I have no clue. But overall, it was fine. Like this whole build-up, like they're building this Carnage Spider-Man stuff up, like making it seem like it was gonna be more than half an issue, but it wasn't. So that was weird. But I'd go,
So surprised.
yes, I'm gonna go with like a probably 6.5, not even a 7. It's whatever.
Okay. Absolute Wonder Woman 19 by Kelly Thompson and Aidan Sherman. It's it was really awesome, honestly. Zatanna and Zatara are still heavily in this one. Uh, Diana helps Zatanna, helps Zatara, which is pretty cool. And then at the end, like this giant fucking robot shows up, but I think is still part of the, I don't know what you'd call them. Oh, what's Waller's group? Just
Task
like,
Force X.
yeah, something like that. So we'll see. I'm sure that the Zatanna and Giovanni will probably help with that next issue if I had to guess, because it's the last part of this witch arc. But I liked it a lot, and I'm gonna give it a nine.
Right on. All right. Hulk Smashes Everything by Ryan North and Adam Kubert and Laura Martin. Oh, wait, those are the covers by Vincenzo Caruta on the art. And so yeah, Hulk's mad. He's got all this power and Earth's crushing and he's destroying stuff because he's just so freaking mad. It's like we've been there. I get it, you know. And then they're trying to fight him and they figure out a way to stop the magma shit. And then but they're like, we have to keep Hulk kind of calm. And so Ben Grimm's just like, hey, buddy, I'm mad sometimes too. And they're like, oh, let's be mad. Let's just be quiet and mad together, and I can help you with this anger. And that's basically, then it comes about. Hulk finally falls asleep, and then he wakes up, and they're like, hey, yeah, yawning. It's a good good answer to that fucking book. I mean, it's fine. Um, it's just one of those things where it's like I like the Hulk a lot, but this is a problem I have with this book and with Infernal Hulk. It's like we don't need a fucking cosmic powered Hulk. Just make him Hulk, you know? And that's what I was hoping this book was gonna be, but then they're like, fucking, he's gonna, he's gonna fucking beat Galactus up. It's like, okay, this is getting dumb, and it just kind of stayed dumb and not in a fun way. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go with a six on that one.
Okay. Sonic the Hedgehog 86 by Von Stanley, Ian Flynn, and Adam Bryce Thomas. Uh, sort of the, I guess, the last issue of this team up between Sonic, Bell, and Eggman's like AI kid that he created. Um, but I mean, it's really good. I like the character moments. The art is really solid, and I just like Sonic comics, so I'm gonna give it an eight.
Nice, man. All right. Green Lantern issue 34 by Jeremy Adams with Iguara and Montos on the art. So we get some Kyle Rayner stuff. He's still looking for a job, and he's got that girl that was with him in the backup story of the Green Lantern book before. She was like I think she was a time traveler thief, and she's attractive. So this Hollywood exec, like they're talking. Kyle's like, yeah, there's just no way. Like you're not gonna just randomly get a job by someone seeing you on the side of the road and they just give you a job. And this Hollywood exec like walks past Caesar's like, hey, you look like a star. Be in my movie. And he's like, and Kyle's like, shit. And then it cuts to Hal Jordan. He's dealing with the Guardians because they're younger now. They've been de-aged, but they're all each have like a different thing of the emotional spectrum and that
Your
type of
favorite
shit.
thing?
Yeah. And so they're fighting him, and then the girl's getting a bunch of money to be in this movie, even though she's never acted before. And yeah, it. We also then get this character. I want to see if you've ever heard of him. Don't know if he's a new character or what, but his name's Toby Y2K, the last son of Earth.
I'm not
Uh,
familiar.
all right. I didn't know if you're like, actually, that's a Jack Kirby character that only appeared in three comics. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, no, this one was fine. I'm gonna probably go with a 7.5.
Okay. Thunderhawks #1 by Ed Brisson and Vincenzo Federici. Okay, so this is sort of like that the team that is Thundercats Lost mixed with Silverhawks. I had no fucking clue what was happening at any time.
Yeah.
Uh, didn't know the characters other than, oh yeah, they were in the couple of issues of that Lost book that I read. But this is just like pure sci-fi. I just don't know who any of them are, and I really don't care either. So I I'll flip through the next one, and if it heavily has to do with like the last part of this crossover that I read, I'll read it. Otherwise, I'm not picking this up. I just have no clue what's going on. I'm gonna give it a 4.
I got you. All right. So The Flash issue 32 by Ryan North and illustrated by Gavin Goodry on the art. I like it. I like the way Wally's written, and I like the way that his relationship with Linda is. They're pretty cool. I mean, it's still the same stuff where like people are trying to kill themselves and get Flash's attention so they can get $10,000. And then finally, Captain Cold is like he wants to get Flash's attention too, so he pretends to try to kill himself. Flash has to save him from jumping off the building, but he jumped too far, and so Flash is having trouble since he can't fly and all that type of stuff. And then Captain Cold's like, "Well, I don't have your phone number, so I needed to, do this somehow to get your attention." He's like, "Oh, okay, good point." And so he tells him, he's like, yeah, so basically people have been stealing this stuff while you've been trying to save these other people. And he's like, shoot, and so it turns out they're stealing stuff to make a nuclear bomb. And then this ends with them finding where the bomb's at, but they're too late and there's a 20-minute timer. That's how it ends. I like this issue, thought it was fun, think this arc is fun so far. Maybe I'm just biased because I missed reading The Flash, but so I'm gonna go 8 out of 10.
Okay, glad you're liking it because he weren't super hot on his Fantastic Four.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite, but you know.
Okay, Corpse Night #1 by Michael Chavez and Matthew Roberts. This book was rad as hell. It was rad as hell. I just loved every bit of it. Um, this little girl and her dad are just like out farming in France, and her dad dies protecting her from bandits. And she her before he died, the dad was telling her about Joan of Arc and how she prayed over stuff and then like miracles would happen. And after her dad died, she's like, well, it worked for Joan of Arc. I'm going to pray over his grave and hope a miracle happens. And he just fucking comes back to life. I don't know if he's a zombie or if he's actually alive.
Yeah,
And he comes back and just fucking destroys the rest of that bandit group that was harassing his daughter. And he takes the leader's armor and puts all of it on. And he's going to escort his daughter to go find Joan of Arc. It
nice.
was awesome. I liked it a lot. I think um I think the whole point of finding Joan is to maybe like restore him to life because it really seems like he's a zombie in this,
Yeah,
but like a coherent zombie. So I think the whole point of finding Joan of Arc is to bring him back to life.
I
But
like that you were on the first name basis with her for like a hot second, then you went back to her full title. You're like, I
what do
think
you
the
mean?
reason they're trying to find Joan, and then you're
Oh,
like, then you went back to Joan of Arc. You're like, oh no,
yeah.
I don't want to be too so formal with her.
Nah, my mind was racing. But then the how like the writer will sometimes have like a letters page in the back on the first
Yeah,
issue. So this guy did, and he was talking about how he came up with the idea for this while he was shooting The Nun 2, which I have not seen.
I
And
don't think I've seen that. I think I saw the first one. I don't remember. It was none of my business.
but I liked it because he talked about how he started off the process thinking, well, I've written and directed movies. How hard can a comic book be? And he's like, turns out it was really hard. And just kind of talked about the process, which I thought was really cool, honestly. Like
Yeah.
he's not some big Hollywood hotshot who's too good for comic books, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was fucking awesome. And I know this isn't gonna damn it, I wish I could show this to you. It's a Jay Lee cover, you can kind of see
Oh,
it.
nice. That is pretty rad.
So yeah, the Jay Lee cover is awesome, but I love this book. 10 out of 10 pick of the week.
Hell yeah, dude. All right. Death Fight Forever. This is by Andrew McLean with a whole bunch of artists. Alexis Zirrit, Al Gofa, Sam McKenzie, Erwin Papa. And that's all of them. So yeah, so like this one, it's just them kind of teaming up, him and the girl from the last one, they're teaming up now. Gonna do some fighting. And it's pretty stupid. It's pretty fun. There's one part because like they go in this big base and they beat up the people in the bottom one, and then it's like they're trying to he's trying to crack open the door, but he doesn't have his brother with him to help him crack open the door, and it takes three hands, and he's only got the two. He just can't do it. So the girl blows up the door, but then like as it cuts from like them blowing up the door, it cuts to an office, and then it's like this guy and this girl in the office, they clearly have a thing for each other, and they're kind of doing some will they won't they shit, and then like he just cuts back to blowing the door open. It's them. They're like going down to the office, and then the she's like, "Wait, are you robbing them?" To the guy, and he's like, "Yeah, they work for Scyther, don't they?" She's like, "You're right." And then she like puts the gun like, "Give us all your money." And they get to the office, and it's like he's this fucking crocodile in a suit. That's the bad guy, like the boss of this video game level, and he's like talking on the phone, but like it'd be like the phone should be like this, and he's got it upside down with like the cord still hanging in the thing. And then he's like, yes, yes, I'll let them know. That was Lord Slyther. He regrets that he cannot be here himself, but he asked me, and he like gives his like steroid gun to him. He's like, to personally kick your fucking asses. And so yeah, they then fight, they beat him, and that's how it ends. It's so stupid, so fun. I had a great time with this. This is probably my favorite issue from this series so far. Andrew McLean's like, Jake's gonna kick this, have this kick rocks after this. Well, I'm gonna really fucking step it up and make it really silly and stupid for old Casey. And I'm like, thank you, sir. So I'm gonna go 8.5 out of 10.
Glad you liked it. I wish the first two had been that fun. I'm down
Yeah,
to
you.
Mew Cheese.
Oh, okay, so I was wrong. I had one more than you.
Oh,
Normally,
I'm Casey Morse, and I have one more comic than
"Ooh,
Jake.
I'm Casey Morris. I don't know how to count. Apparently, Jake doesn't either. We're both pretty fucking stupid." Okay, so this is Justice League Unlimited issue 18 by Mark Waid and Clayton Henry. So, yeah, you get more of the bad guys teaming up with the good guys and all that stuff. They kind of talk about how the way they're working things, so like, oh yeah, if they step out of line, that type of shit. And then like the stuff Lex Luthor's doing, he's doing some stuff, might not be good. Um, yeah, it's not bad. It's like if you feel like you're getting a lot, but you're really just getting some Zatanna in the back, which is like, I don't need that. I'm gonna read that book. You can just settle down. But whatever. But like the team that they have, it's kind of crazy. It's Connor Hawk, Green Arrow, Wildcat, the girl, Wildcat, Giganta, and Lex Luthor. That's the team we're following this one. It's like
Okay.
weird
Random.
group, but I'm into it. So yeah, it's not bad. You'll like it when you read it. Because you like the whole idea behind this arc or whatever. So I'm gonna go an 8.
Cool.
All right, what order do you want to do these in?
Um, I've got them sitting Wolverine, Brutal Dark, Soups.
Fuck, I don't have Brutal Dark, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Supes, Hulk,
podcast over.
and then we can either end on the crossover or Headlopper,
I
whichever
think we
one you
should
want.
probably end on the crossover.
Okay. I'm Casey Morse. I didn't pick up all the books I was supposed to, and neither did Jake.
I'm Casey Morrison. I'm Jake. I don't fucking pay attention to my fucking co-host when he was telling me the books he read.
Neither did you.
I know. I said I'm Jake and Casey Morse.
Oh, weird. Anyway, Peril of the Brutal Dark #3 by Chris Condon and Jacob Phillips. It was really fucking good. There's Nazis. Ezra Kane's ex-girlfriend enters the scene. There's some drama there. Art's really fucking good. It's just like it's a good book, man. Real good book. I don't want to say too much more because Casey will read it and like it too. It's probably like an 8.5.
Voice. All right, we'll start with the bear cover, Wolverine, issue 19, by Salah Ahmed and Martin Kokola on the art.
Question. Was I correct that you liked that cover more than the A cover?
What was the A cover? Because I like this one. Yeah, I like them both. So
Yeah.
they're both pretty sweet.
I just thought that one was maybe a little more Herc focused and
Yeah,
cooler, so
but what you think, man?
um I thought it was neat. I actually like the Athena stuff because I like mythology, and so I thought
Yeah,
that aspect of it was pretty neat. I also don't really know shit about her, but I think her owl's pretty cool.
yeah.
Um,
Her costume's really giving fourth world Kirby in this too,
yeah, 1000%. And I'm sure that's a character that he probably created.
probably.
But yeah, the rest of it, I thought it was all right. I don't know what they're doing with the claw thing. And I also just don't know where the whole like clearly Saladin Ahmed is building up to something with this adamantine thing. I just don't know what it is.
I just kind of hate like this is one of the things that really fucking annoyed me. And you can say Casey.
But can I guess?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I think you already know.
Yeah. We get a Wolverine Hercules team up, and immediately the god gets fucking chucked around like a rag doll by the adamantine, and he's just down for the count after getting hit through a car and a wall.
Yeah. Well, because it's like he gets hit through the car and he goes flying. And then Wolverine goes and fights him. He hits Wolverine. Wolverine's like, stay in here, bub. And then like Hurt goes up and tries, like puts him in a fucking arm bar thing. And then that dude throws him through that, throws him out of that too. Like it's nothing. It's like, really? This is Hercules that took hits from Hulk multiple times and stayed standing. And this thing can just throw him around like he's nothing. Like maybe it's just because he's sober.
It could be.
Like he's actually like Popeye. He needs the booze to help him get stronger. So yeah, that was just really annoying to me. It's like they're making him like Luke Cage level strength when he is way above that.
I agree. What do you give it?
Probably a 7.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it too. Superman 37 by Joshua Williamson and Dan Mora. I quite liked this.
Yeah,
Quite liked it. I think the stuff I got a real good laugh when he didn't pick up on the girl hitting on him. I thought that was very funny.
yeah,
Um, I'm living for him having a job at this comic book store for sure. You knew as soon as the guy was like, "Your employee of the month if you make it on time." He's not making it on time.
right.
And also, kind of annoying if Connor really is all this amazing stuff you say about him, why do you
It's
care
not Connor.
so much? Or sorry, um,
Superman Prime.
Superman Prime. Um, why do you care so much if he's a few minutes late? Like if he's really like everything you want, then why are you so you like you still aren't going to give him that because he shows up a few minutes late?
I'm still just like, how good of a comic book shop is this? They have like multiple employees that are able to make a living wage organizing books. I mean, how many do you have? Like 10?
Me. I'm the only employee. Um, but yeah, I mean, I guess it's a fantasy world, and DC believes that that is attainable in some universe, which is
And
great.
and maybe hey, maybe it's a bigger deal because it's like yeah, of course comics are a big thing because we're talking about the things that are happening here.
Yeah, but I mean, I still really liked it, and the witchy stuff at the end. It's like, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I like shit like that. Let's see it.
My favorite part though is just because I'm a sucker for the Kents was when he's like, basically talking to him. Like I get so fucking tired of the breaking the fourth wall bullshit though. That just annoys the crap out of me. But when Ma was like, I'm gonna go out there, she's like, Kara, get down here. And she's like, yeah. And then she just basically tells her like, just let him be. It's fine. And they're like, okay, if you say so. Then they're like, are we supposed to? It's like, no, she said it's okay. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I like that a lot too. I thought it was great. Um, God, I mean, is Dan Mora actually just a machine? Is he
Yeah.
just a machine that cranks out amazing artwork? Because it looks great.
It looks fantastic. I love it.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm a big fan of this. I'm probably giving it a 9.
Yeah, I'm probably at an 8. I thought it was fine, but again, there's just so much about it about that character that just annoys me. Oh, we didn't even talk. Robin's in it, and that one's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it was a pretty good conversation, I'll say.
Yep. And then in the Infernal Hulk issue 6 by Philip Kane Johnson and Adam Gorham on the art, we get the Hulk versus Iron Man and a bunch of little Iron Men. They fight up, and they also fight the city that he's in.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a big old fucking fight,
Yeah.
honestly. Also, this is my favorite guest artist because I think it's the closest to Nick Klein that they've gotten so
Mm-hmm.
far. Um, but yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just like I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like I get tired of having characters that are like this character's just like, yeah, I'm just better than you. It doesn't matter. You thought you beat me? You thought you did? Well, guess what? It's like when you're talking to like a kid and the kid's like, well, my thing's got the power to do this too. Guess what? And it's just like it's just that throughout. And
Hmm.
I'm like, well, you don't have to do all this extra shit because then whenever they find their dumb MacGuffin to beat them, it's like, oh, okay. Like it's just like you're building up too much that the payoff's not going to be any damn good, and you already know it's going to have to do with that fucking Skinwalker kid that they
Hmm.
showed up at the end. So I don't know. I'm I don't know. This is another one of those things where I'm like, I just miss the Hulk being like, I'm angry, leave me alone.
Well, the Hellbuster armor was neat.
Yeah, it's neat. It's just like it's also like, boy, if I was a taxpayer in this universe, I'd be so pissed. Because
It's
they're like
true.
all the little ones are over $1 billion, and then it's like, guys, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I'm probably at an 8.
I'm probably at a 6.
Fucking hater cast.
I mean, it's not really hating, just being like, I just don't like it. It's not hating, it's just not liking.
Yeah, there's some overlap there.
No, because like, hear me out. Hating would be like, hating would be closer to how I feel about the James Gunn DC universe. This is just me going, it's not for me.
Then why the hell are you reading it?
Because I like the Hulk, you goober.
But Hulk's not in it.
Bruce Banner is a side character at times.
Okay, you got me there. Anyway, Headlopper 2026 #1 by Andrew McLean with colors by Jordi Belair.
Of course,
Headlopper's
Jordy's doing
back.
this fucking colors.
I know, right? I sure liked it. I don't know about
Yeah,
you.
I did too. I liked it more than the last arc of Headlopper we got for sure.
Like 5 years ago.
Yeah, right.
But no, art is like truly out of this fucking world, and I like where it's going.
Yeah,
Killing these demigods, the building up to the god beast. It's like, let's see it. It's gonna be a cool fight.
hell yeah. I enjoyed it. Thought it was same as you. Thought it was pretty darn cool. I'm excited for more.
Cover's awesome. There were several variants that were awesome too. And if I hadn't already gotten all those other variants for myself, I would have got the Laser Wolf attack day one exclusive that he announced. It's like a surprise drop. It's like, man,
Oh.
I already bought like five other covers, so I can't really buy this one too.
Yeah. So I'm probably at a 9.5 for it.
Yeah, it's a 9 for me.
All right. Spider-Man, Superman, issue 1. So the first one was Brad Meltzer and Pepe Larraz on the art. Spider-Man and Superman are stuck together in a just like a whole thing, and there's a kryptonite um, pumpkin bomb. What'd you think?
I like the art. The writing is like whatever.
Yeah.
Like
'Cause-
I would have been as soon as Superman got the symbiote, I was like, this is fucking stupid. But then it was only for like a page. I'm like, okay, fine.
yeah, but it's just my problem with it is like he's like, I can control him. I was like, hey, wait, I can't control him. And Superman's like, bye. And it's like, okay, well that was you're just trying to go for that mediocre character moment now. Like that's what
Hmm.
it like was going for. It's like this moment would these moments would be a lot cooler if it was written by a better writer.
Yeah,
And I'm not even saying that to like shit on Brad Meltzer too much, but it's like Bradley Meltzer, your strong points come from like more like, right, this isn't earned. And that's kind of how this was too. Like that's why people felt something when they read Identity Crisis. Like, yeah, you did something shocking that wasn't earned.
right.
So,
But
you want to,
I did like the family dinner at the end. I thought that was nice.
yeah, thought so too.
Like the by far the strongest part of his story.
Yeah. You want to sort of take turns on each of the other stories?
Sure. Next up, we got Spider-Man Noir and Superman by Dan Slott and Marcos Martin. Uh, it was nice to see Martin's work because
Yeah.
he is really good, and it fits uh Spider-Man Noir and like original Superman pretty well. Because I like that Superman wasn't flying; he was leaping in this. I thought that was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
My favorite part's the end. I mean, I like that. This is my probably my favorite story of the bunch.
Hmm.
But my favorite part is the end where like Superman's winking at us.
Yeah, for sure.
So corny, so funny.
Yep. And the newspaper bit was pretty good. So yeah, I like it. I like we both have like really liked some Dan Slott stuff. So it
Yeah.
was nice to read Dan Slott Spider-Man that like we were good with.
The only downside to it really is like it does not feel like many pages. And then like this next story, it's like, wow, this one feels like it's way too many pages.
Yeah, you said this one was your favorite. This next one probably my least
I
favorite.
think it's probably gonna be everyone's least favorite. I don't know who was clamoring for it. Gwen Stacy and Lana Lang by Joe Kelly and Humberto Ramos. And yeah, so they're just talking about the guys they love and how they're gonna marry them. Spoiler alert, they don't. And yeah, and then it's like it cuts to them and they're both fighting people. I didn't realize it was only one, two, three, four, 5 pages, but it felt like 10.
And people can hate me if they want. I don't like Ramos's art anymore. I just
I
don't like
like
it.
I like it a lot still, but I just don't need a Gwen Stacy Lana Lang book. There's a lot better, a lot more interesting characters to read in the dang old Spider-Man Superman universe.
Yeah, why was this 5 pages and fucking Thor and Steel was just a front and a back? Give me a
Right?
fucking break.
Right?
Anyway, next up we've got Mysterio versus Superman featuring The Thing by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. Um, I'll be honest, didn't really love this one either.
Nope. This is like one of those ones. This is another one of those ones where it's like, yeah, it's got the one part that people online fucking loved because Superman talks down angry Hulk, but that's really it. Like it's not much to it other than that. The story itself, like, kind of dumb because it like why the hell were they ever? Because like they're like, oh yeah, it's got to do with Mysterio and he's got like help from Saturn Queen and the Red Lantern ring, but it's like so that's what started it all? Like that, it's like I don't know. It just wasn't very good to me.
No, I agree. I mean, the last 3 panels were good. It's like, yeah, like somebody should give a shit about how Bruce feels.
Yeah. But everything up to that, it's just like, oh yeah, we just wanted to have this page and we're the conflict doesn't matter if it's, good or not type of
Yeah,
thing.
agreed.
Okay, next up, it's the one that Jake was just talking about, Hobgoblin versus Steel by Louise Simonson and Todd Knock on the art. I'm gonna say this. If we didn't know it was Todd Knock's art, I would have like this is one of the few times where I'm like, yeah, it doesn't 100% it feels like Todd Knock's doing a Walt Simonson try, which isn't a knock, but it's like, ha, knock.
Ha!
But it's like it seems like it's less Todd Knock and like more like Todd Knock trying to do Walt Simonson, which fucking works to me.
I honestly don't think I agree with you,
Really?
but I just think it's fantastic Todd
Yeah.
Knock work.
Fair enough, bud. But this was a good one. I like this story too.
It was good. Again, it's just like I kind of want more.
Yeah. It's like now the Lana Lang Mary Jane story needed more.
Gwen Stacy.
Oh, my bad, my bad. The Mary Jane Lois one was in the other one. My bad.
Next, we've got Ghost Spider and Supergirl by Stephanie Phillips and Phil Noto. I mean, art was good. It was okay. It was just kind of like a dick swinging contest between Gwen and Supergirl. So I mean, it's just like, all right.
It was a vagina flapping contest.
Yep, it was, man.
But no, I did like it because it's like it kind of comes off like, oh yeah, we're gonna be friends. We're just gonna shit talk each other forever. And I'm
Yeah,
like, I like that. I like the ending made it good in my opinion.
no, I agree. I liked it. It's just overall, I was like, it's fine.
Yeah. And then we got the one thing by Brian Bendez and Sarah Pacelli on the art. This is a Miles Morales Superman story. I thought it was kind of lame that they went with Superman here. I think they should have gone with John Kent because it's like the two replacements.
Yeah, yeah, I
But
agree with you.
I also wasn't a big of, that big of a fan of it too.
Nah, definitely one of the weaker ones. Like
Yeah.
Sarah Pacelli's art is good, but it was just kind of like whatever.
Yeah, it's just like if you like Brian Bendez's dialogue, you'll like it because that's all it really is. But
Yeah.
and then a Jake story up next.
We've got Symbiotes in Metropolis.
Oh wait.
What?
No, the next one's the Wondrous and the Worthy.
Well, I'm going off of
Oh,
just
okay.
this one.
I got you.
Um, yes, it's Symbiotes in Metropolis, then The Wondrous and the Worthy by Jason Aaron and Russell Dodderman. It was fine. It was fine. It was just back to Jane Foster Thor era, with Wonder Woman thrown in there. And then, Jane's like, I'm dying. You should take this hammer and just kind of take my place or whatever. and Wonder Woman's like, "Oh hell no, you still need to be doing this." So I mean, it was good, but I didn't think there was too much to it, honestly.
Yeah. Which again, this one could have handled a few more pages. Maybe cut out one of the 5 pages that Lana and fucking Gwen had.
I
But
know, dude.
whatever.
It
And then
does make
what?
me want to read like some Jason Aaron Wonder Woman. I think would be pretty good.
Yeah. And then we got Jeff Loeb and Jim Chung on one of those days. That's another Superman Spider-Man story where they're just talking and just chit-chatting and it's fine. It's 2 pages.
I don't think it is fine though,
Really?
because the conversation's just not even that good.
Yeah,
It's trying to be this deep emotional character moment, and I just think it failed. It was
I mean,
like anybody could have said this to Spider-Man.
yeah, like you're right, but it's like it's a perfectly fine issue, like fine thing to end on. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's no Gwen Stacy meets Lana Lang, but it's fine. I
I don't
one
I
thing,
disagree. I think it was a low to end the book on.
I mean, probably was a little like the if you were gonna go end it on a high though, you'd end it on Spider Noir.
Yeah.
But that just wouldn't have worked as well. Though I do love the thought of the big pinup at the end is pissed off Spider Noir with winking Superman at us.
Hmm.
But
I think
yeah,
overall though, the DC one kicked the shit out of this one.
I don't know though, because I mean, I'll say this because there's like 2 stories in the DC one where we both were like, "Oh, it's got to be done. They have to finish it in this one," and they're like, "No, we don't."
Hmm.
So I'm like, because like I said, there's 2 of those stories that were just not completed. But at least they went more of the Superman and Spider-Man family tree mythos than what we got in this one where it was like, "Nah, we're just doing Superman and and Lana Lang."
I guess so. It's just really the only ones I really liked in this were, the Thor Steel one and then Lana Lang and Gwen Stacy, the Marcos Martin one. So it's just like I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't think this was very good. Where the other one, I thought there were more positive stories than negative
Yeah,
stories.
I get that. It's like the other one seemed like it had more heavy hitters where this one, honestly, I'm gonna say this because I'm not the biggest Dan Slott guy, but Dan Slott's story shouldn't have been a noir story. It should have been the A story. He should have done the regular Spider-Man and regular Superman story. 100%. And so Jake's not listening, so I can say some other crazy. Oh man, he's back. So yeah, I think that would have been the better way to go about it instead of going with Brad Meltzer, who, all due respect, I didn't even know he's ever written a Spider-Man comic. So giving him the A story is weird.
I also don't want this to sound like I'm shitting on Brad Meltzer, but it's like, why is he in this at all? Like, Brad Meltzer's written like three three stories that I can name, you know?
He was on Justice League for a good chunk of time.
Well, right, I'm counting that as a story. He's got like 2 volumes of Justice League, which are good. I read them. They're good. Um, Identity Crisis, which I guess is still technically part of that. And
Well,
then he
okay, so
gets
here's
like
a
a Batman story here and there.
was Identity Crisis like he did that for like a hot second, then other stuff, then another writer took over, then he took over Justice League? Because I think there was like a good gap between that and
I
his actual run.
I don't know which one came first, to be honest with you.
Well, I know Identity Crisis came after because I had a subscription to his run when he took over Justice League. So I know that started, but I think there was like a good bit of chunk before that. I don't know how many, but
I don't know. And maybe they offered stories to other creators, but it's like man, like give me some Jed McKay or, you know, Joshua Williamson or I don't know, just like some of the top talent that's actually working. Like Brad Meltzer, has several novels and people really like his writing, but it's just like the A story that we got wasn't that great. And it's by a writer that doesn't really write comic books and hasn't
Yeah.
for a while. So I don't
Yeah, I think you're right, dead on that Williamson should have had a story in here because he's already working at Marvel too, you
know.
know. So,
Yeah.
but let's sit down below,
Or
guys.
or it just came to me, Philip Kennedy Johnson,
Yeah,
who
that's
wrote
100%
one of
too.
the best Superman runs we've had in recent memory.
Yeah. Let's sit down below. Who would you have liked to have seen? Are you like, no, no, no. Brad Meltzer, Book of Lies, my favorite book of all time. I'm glad that he got this. He deserves it.
As a matter of fact, give me Brad Meltzer writing Lana Lang meets Gwen Stacy.
Oh shit. As the A story though.
Yes.
Actually, as an ongoing.
Yeah, I was gonna say 12 issue maxi, but let's give
Ooh,
it the ongoing.
hell yeah. So, man, what are you excited about besides that ongoing?
Let's see what we got this week. It's a light week because it's free comic book day week, and that's always a shorter week. But I'll
So,
go
wait, all
with
these books are free?
no,
Oh, fuck.
gonna go with Zatanna, and I guess maybe Justice League Intergalactic, whatever the fuck that is, and Swamp Thing. Why not?
The cover of that just makes me smile every time I see it.
Yeah. Oh, actually, the last issue of Sacrifice just comes out, so it's that one instead.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go I Hate Fairyland, Planet She-Hulk, and Zatanna. And so this is stupid. But you got four characters. You're going on a road trip, Jake. You're driving cross country. And you have to drive. That's, the one rule. But you have four characters you want on the road trip with you, and they all get specific jobs. So, one's going to be involved with tunes, the other one's going to be choosing the food, one's going to be navigation or whatever.
Sure.
So, take it away, sir.
Okay, so first off, I'm going Cyborg for both tunes and navigation. So he'll be sitting front seat with me. In the back, I've got uh, Dazzler for singing along to the tunes. Um, I'm gonna go with Firestorm because something tells me he could somehow make it to where we have unlimited gas,
There we go.
and that shit's expensive.
Hell yeah.
And then I'm picking Puck just because whoever is sitting, uh, in front of him doesn't have to worry about leg room.
Yeah, fair enough.
Everybody can be comfortable.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Good list, man.
Thanks.
I'll go with because I didn't think this through at all. So I'll say Bruce Wayne will be my guy that has the money and buys the snacks. I'll be like, give me some of that really good beef jerky, Brucey boy. Speaking of beef jerky and road trips, I had an idea for like if we ever do go to see 2 if they ever give us that free ticket read pop, um, I'll go to the gas station and I will buy the different flavored beef jerkies and I'll make you eat them and try to figure out what's the flavor. Like the weird flavors, like the Dr. Pepper, the Doritos.
Dude, I'm gonna I'm just gonna be laying in the back seat sobbing because my tummy hurts.
Oh, that'd be great. It'd be like the videos just of you eating, like, I don't like this. Like the next video is just me driving, you crying. Okay. So I mean it wouldn't be the first time someone's laying in the back seat crying after they touched my meat. But
Oh
Uh,
gosh.
and then I'll go Robot Man for the navigation, just because like I'm being a little racist here, but I think robots are probably good at navigating. Let me know down below, Chat GPT. And then um I'll go with Gizmo as like the guy that's gonna make sure like the mechanic. So like if get a flat tire, he can fix it, a little freak. And for
Why did you
those
wait
that
till I
are
took a drink?
for those that are just listening, I might have made Jake nearly spit out his drink, so it's about perfect. And then for tunes, I'm gonna go with Adam Strange. I bet he's got some fun listening habits.
Okay.
Like there's nothing to it other than like bet it's probably some weird stuff just looking at the guy.
Yeah.
It's like either that or Jack Knight, but I think Jack Knight would get like I'd be like, buddy, I don't care that this is from the third pressing of this fucking band that no one's heard of. Like, what are we doing here,
I
you
don't know,
hipster?
dude. I kind of feel like Jack Knight would listen to like Frank Zappa and shit like that.
Yeah, that's why I'm like it's gonna be weird shit that no one like you're like this isn't even like the good version of this stuff. You're like, yeah, this is the one that no one ever heard of. It's like, yeah, because it's shit. He's like, I think it's pretty great. Let us know down below who you want to go on a road trip with, and if it's me and Jake, we'll make it happen. If you give us both $80.
Any road trip for just $80?
Yeah. One of us gets the aux cord. That's Bluetooth for the kids.
Wait, it's
And
80 for both of us?
yeah,
Ugh, not even 80 each?
no. And then, but it's $80 a month because it's Patreon. And that's one of our tiers. But one of us gets the aux cord, the other one will feed you beef jerky. But we don't know the flavor.
So anyway, sign up for road trip tier. Oh gosh. Okay. This has been a fucking weird one. Thanks for hanging out if you've made it this far. If you haven't already unsubscribed. Let
Ooh,
us
you know what you guys
know.
should do? Unsubscribe and then resubscribe. So that like boosts our number. Like, oh, you got a bunch of new subscribers. It's really just you.
I don't think it works like that.
Like, oh man, for the month of May, you guys had 50 new subscribers. It's like it's just me, bud, but whatever.
All right, guys. We'd love to stay in chat, but we have to go, hopefully, not lose to the Flyers here in the third period. So we'll catch you next time. See ya.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Two Worlds Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at Two Worlds Pod, on Twitter at two_worlds_PC, and on Facebook at facebook.com/twoworldspodcast. You can email us with any questions or comments at twoworldspodcast@gmail.com, and if you would, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Two Worlds Podcast on YouTube.